Welcome to Jersey Line. That's a reception. One completion for Greg. Pat O'Melia here, your pigskin prognosticator. Had a pretty good week last week. Went 9-6. Coming into the 4 o'clock games, I'm sitting at 7-2. I'm thinking I'm hitting 10 wins this week. Didn't work out. Got to 9-6. Again, Hall of Fame quarterbacks let me down. Tom Brady doesn't decide to play until like the last 3 minutes of the game. They win. I don't because I was given 2.5. Good week, 9-6. We're back on the plus side. Everything's good. We got money in the bank, and I'm looking to continue that this week. But 7-2 going to the 4 o'clock games. That was good. Who did I lose? I lost with my Giants because I took Washington. They ended in a tie, but I was given 2.5. That's the problem with points. But here we go. And you know, this is what, week 13? I think there's only 4 more weeks left. 14? What, week 14? I think there's only 4 more games left. Is it? 3 more games? Yeah, 3 more games after this week. All right, Thursday night. We got the Los Angeles Raiders at the Los Angeles Rams. How about that? The Rams are depleted. They just claimed Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was waived by the Panthers. You know, I would not be surprised if it's a very limited offense. They got the plays on the wrist, and they run Baker out there. Even though I lost with the Rams last week. Who was the quarterback who missed it irrelevant? And he beat me. God, can't win sometimes. But I'm taking the Raiders against the depleted Rams. I'm going to take the Raiders -6. Let me get this footy ball out of my way. Take a sip of my coffee, my ever-present coffee. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Vikings at Lions. Vikings did well for me. They beat the Jetsies, but the Jetsies really gave it up. The Lions are really on a roll. They just blew out Jacksonville. I like the Lions, but I think this is going to be the Vikings, plus they're getting 2.5 points. So I'm going to take the Vikings plus 2.5, over-under 53.5. By the way, the over-under on the Raiders, Rams is 44.5. 1 o'clock, the Jetsies are at the Bills. Now, Mike White didn't look too bad last week with the Jets, but he threw the ball like 54 times and finished with an interception. You remember last year? It was almost like the Linsanity fad was going on with Mike White until he ran across Buffalo. I think that's going to happen again. It's a big spot, too. But I'm going to take those Bills, -9.5, over-under 43.5. Sunday, Ravens at Steelers. All right, Ravens, Lamar is out. He got a knee injury, but it doesn't look too bad. He'll just miss a couple of weeks. The Steelers look like they're getting their footing. Kenny Pickett looks like he's got his idea. The game is slowing down for him. I'm going to take them Steelers at home, -2.5, over-under 36.5. Sunday, the Eagles at my Giants. My Giants need a deep threat. It don't look like they're getting Beckham. For that matter, I'm going to predict Beckham signs with Buffalo. I just don't think we have the firepower to keep up with the Eagles. I'm going to take those Eagles, -6.5, against my Giants, over-under 45.5. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Browns at Bengals. Watson's playing. He was knocking off the rust last week. He won. That was one of the games I won last week. The Bengals, there's a team of destiny here, and I think it's the Bengals. I could see the AFC Championship game again being KC and the Bengals. I'm going to take those Bengals at home, -6, over-under 47.5. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Jaguars at Titans. Titans didn't look good last week, but they should be able to hold the Jaguars in place. They got to control the ball. The whole Titans game is game management and defense. And I think that'll happen here. I'm going to take the Titans, -4.5, over-under 42.5. Here's the game. Here's the game for you. The Battle of Texans, the Lone Star Battle. You have the Texans at the Cowboys. I'm taking the Texans with 17 points. I'm starting the game with 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I think this is the highest spread I've seen this year. I'm figuring pride's on the line. They're going back to their starting quarterback, Mills. 17 points. You got to go with 17 points. I'm going to take the Texans plus 17, over-under 45.5. 4 o'clock, Chiefs at Broncos. Broncos can't score. I could play for the Broncos. See that catch I just made? That's more than the Broncos do. I'm going to take the Chiefs -9, over under 45.5. I don't know what happened with Russell Wilson. Yeah, I mean, really what they should have done with Russell Wilson was put in Russell Wilson's offense and let everybody else learn the offense instead of Russell trying to learn one. This guy couldn't have gone bad that fast. 4 o'clock game. We got the Panthers at Seahawks. The Panthers, you got Sam Darnold going to be starting. Geno Smith, you got 2 ex-Jet quarterbacks facing off here. I'm going to go with the original ex-Jet quarterback, Geno Smith. I'm going to take the Seahawks -3.5, over under 43.5. 4 o'clock game. The Tom Brady's at the 49ers. 49ers, Jimmy G is out. Doesn't need surgery. It looks like he's going to be okay. Look for this guy to get a pretty good contract, maybe even from the 49ers. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm going to take the Bucks if they can just put the game together. Tom Bowles is not the coach for Tom Brady, but that's a whole nother argument. Remember, he was the ex-Jet coach. That worked out real well, didn't it? I'm going to take the Tom Brady's +3.5. I'm getting Brady +3.5. Over under 37.5. 8 o'clock, Dolphins at Chargers. I like the Dolphins, but they just came off the rails last week. I lost with that game against the 49ers. You know what? Justin Herbert, this kid, he is elite. He is definitely up there with Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. The play last week where they lost with the Raiders, the play last week where it was 4th and 12, he rolls to the right and he hits Allen in stride in the end zone for a touchdown. That's a special play. I'm going to take that special play again. I'm going to take Justin Herbert and 3 points against the Dolphins, over under 52.5. Chargers +3, over under 52.5. Monday, it's the Pats at Cards. There's a little dysfunction there with the Patriots right now. We got Mac Jones saying we want to throw the ball. He's arguing with Pat Patricia. There's an offensive problem going on here. We'll see who wins, Pat Patricia or Mac Jones. But I'm going to go with the Cards at home, getting one, because it is still Kyler Murray there. Over under 44.5. It's the Christmas season. Listen, don't bet too much. Keep some money for the presents. Enjoy the games. I'll talk to you next week. Good luck.